Hi, this is the evaluation of the order trading system for February the 11th, 2021. We had 6 trades on that day. 5 were buys and 1 was short sells. First trade was BW. That's Babcock and Wilcox Enterprises. It tripped 1145.25 at a price of 758. It closed the day at 775 and up early morning at 781. So the stock definitely is moving positive, and that's one possible trade or one positive trade. OBV up and up. OBV showing much moving upwards. MACD up, down a little bit up. MACD is showing pretty much moving upwards. DI, interestingly, is actually 1145. Not strong positive. It was moving positive, but not strongly. And you can see at the end of the day, this stock was basically recovering at the end of the day, which is the reason why I guess it closed above, is that it raised above its tripping price. Next trade is AYX. That's Alteryx Incorporated. It tripped at 11:56:39 a.m. at a price of 117.34. Again, it was a buy trade. It tripped at 116.94, up 0.50%, and it actually is up 117.50, 0.40% early morning, and it's up above its tripping price early morning. So it's definitely a possible, if not a positive trade. But we'll check 11:56. So okay, so there's a couple of periods here. It tripped after, and some time after here. Yeah. Stock is not heavily above its tripping price, but again, it was above its tripping price a few times, at least a good hour of time. So that's another positive. We'll check to see if the price shows that. Excuse me, the indicators showed that jump up here a little bit. OBV somewhat almost sideways. It was moving positive a bit, but not heavily. MACD showing that it came up and then dropped. It came up. MACD is showing that it was moving at a positive movement for most of the day. And DI a little bit bouncing back and forth there, but in general it looks like a little bit more positive than negative. Bollinger Band showing that increase or rise up till early afternoon and moving sideways after that. Or at least Bollinger Band indicating that it was moving sideways. Next trade is AUPH, and that is Aurinia Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. It tripped at 12:05:38 p.m. And this was a short sell, I should say. It tripped at a price of 16.16, closed the day at 15.95. So that's definitely a positive outcome of that stock. You could have shorted that stock and made a profit. OBV showing a little bit negative, but OBV is not heavily moving downwards during the tripping price, but again, moving sideways a lot of day. MACD showing it coming down and then coming up a little bit in the afternoon. DI showing very strongly negative in the afternoon when it tripped, and so it looks like most of the day it was negative, and Bollinger Band showing that steady decline downwards, moving a little bit sideways in the afternoon. Next trade is FLDM, and that's Fluidigm Corporation. It tripped at 1:15:15 p.m. at a price of 580. It was a buy sell. It closed the day at 560, down 21.02%. So we happened to catch it as it was moving downwards. We happened to move it. We happened to catch it moving upwards during its downward activity for the day. But you can see the stock is moving positive. Early morning, it's actually up above its at its tripping price. It came up to 580, up to 4.57. So the stock looks like it would be a definite positive movement, but we'll see if there's any possibility after 11:56, 12, 595. Right after, maybe 5, almost 10 minutes of price above it. A little bit of price movement up here. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of price. Okay. Not extensive, like we're talking 10, maybe 15 minutes of periods where it was above its tripping price, but it happened multiple times, so I'm going to say that's a positive trade. OBV. OBV looks good. It's moving upwards. MACD 115. So we caught it up here. So it moved up a little bit early morning and came down and moved up again. And MACD was showing it pretty much moving upwards all afternoon. So that's good. And DI showing that it was positive in the morning and it had that negative downward trend and it started moving positive again in the afternoon. A little bit negative movement. And Bollinger Band showing up. It came up and then moved down a little bit and then sideways. So it just happened to be that the stock itself wasn't really fluctuating too much price-wise. And next trade is INUV. That's Inuvio Incorporated. It tripped at 1:30:05 p.m. at a price of 174. It was a buy trade. Closed the day at 180, even though it also was down 2.17%. An early morning look, it's down 12.22%. So it definitely would want to gotten out of the stock the day after. But anyways, it closed the day above its tripping price, so that's another positive trade. And OBV is looking good. OBV is looking good. MACD is looking good. DI is actually more. Most of the monitoring period has been negative, but we happened to catch it during that jump here in the afternoon, and then the late afternoon it started moving negative again, which is what we're seeing. Bollinger Band came up and then started moving down a little bit, but at least not drastically down, so it was able to maintain its price and stay above the tripping price. Anyways, another positive trade. Next trade is HULI. And that is Hancock Jaffe Laboratories. It tripped at 1:46:39 p.m. It was a buy trade at a price of 7.48. Closed the day at 7.68, up 7.79 early morning, 1.05% to yesterday, and 1.43% pre-market. So that's another positive trade. And that leaves 6 out of 6 trades, indicating positive possibilities. That's 100%. You can't get much better than that. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.